Hi, this is Aubrey Fry. You're listening to the Liverpool Connection Podcast.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another story episode of the Liverpool Connection Podcast. I am your host, Daz. On me, Todd, once again, but that's all right, because I like to talk and I like to listen as well, so it's all good. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Just want to say we've got our 3-year anniversary podcast episode coming up, and that is with Jan Molby. So that's a cracking one. I just talked to him on Monday, and that's another tick off my bucket list of players to chat to. Anyways, let's get down. We've got a musician today, plays all over Liverpool, and also fellow Red is Andy Hodgson. So welcome to the pod, mate.
Yeah, nice one for having us on.
All good. So let's crack on and talk about your love for Liverpool Football Club and when that started for you.
Yeah, well, as far as I remember, really, because I grew up in Wilver Road, next to Skerries and the Arkle. So like, since I was young, it was just like life. Every weekend, like, I'd always be like playing in the streets, and all the Reds just flooding all around, and I couldn't even give you the date or when I started loving them. It just sort of like happened. It was just natural to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I loved it. I've done it ever since. Like, I've travelled. Like, my dad always took me to the games when I was younger, going to the away games, which I loved more. He used to just sit me down on the couch, and I'd have like a little drink and packet of sweets and stuff like that. And yeah, just some good memories. Like,
did your dad have to put his hands over your ears on the coach?
Nah, no, it was just like. It's just like, it's the culture, wasn't it? Get used to it, you know what I mean? Get used to the songs, get used to all the banter, it was the best part of it. There's just something special about the away games, no more than the home ones. Like, it's the whole adventure, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a journey, isn't it?
Yeah. Something always happened, you know what I mean? It was just a laugh. And I loved being around all the adults, like, you know what I mean, getting stuck into it, like, so.
Well, I mean, when you're on the coach as well, not just, the chance and everything, but you get to hear people's stories as well, Yeah. Like the older lads love telling the young lads, I've done this and I've done that, You look up to them.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I find, like, I kind of do that now. Like, I'm 35 now, you know what I mean? But, I'm not quite there yet, but I find myself now doing that to the younger lads, you know what I mean? When I remember when it was me, I used to listen to all the other fellas talking about, like, the 70s and the 80s and, that kind of thing, like.
So what did you go to your European matches as well with your dad?
Yeah, well, we went to, I always remember going to Barcelona in 2007. It was the away game. I think that was the first leg. If you remember when Bellamy and Risa had that thing with the golf club. Yeah. I always remember that game. Like, I think our hotel, we never got a hotel. Then one got sorted, like, last minute. And it was a great hotel as well. It was like, what's it like? I can't even remember now. Anyway, it was a great hotel. And we ended up getting tickets in the away end. So we were, like, up in the gods. We were, like, in the bottom corner. But I was, like, separated from my dad. He was, like, 100 yards over there. So I was like, shit. I mean, I don't know how bad, the away fans were, or what would you like with you know what I mean? But no, it was great. And their fans are unreal. They were brilliant. And you do know I was on my own, I'd let me the pro top on, like, they would do that sound. And I'll never forget that stadium.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
If I remember rightly, I think it was 87,000 that night. I remember him saying it over the time, like, and never been to anything like it. But yeah, I'll never forget that one. That was a really good trip.
Yeah, it seems like more and more there's younger supporters going to away matches. I've noticed, you know, not as much like at Anfield, but more so away matches.
Yeah, it's picked up a bit of an. It's getting more popular now, isn't it? To go to the away games, like all these young lads, and it's great. It's good to have like the young lads going and girls, you know, getting into it. I think it's brilliant. Like, I can't go to many of them anymore. You know, with me gigging and that, like, I'm always it's me full, like my job now, so I can't go to as many of them as I'd like to. But when I do, like, I just love it. I love the away games more than the home games, obviously.
Well, you can tell even on the telly when you're watching the away matches, like you can hear the Liverpool supporters just giving it. You know, I mean, sometimes, especially this season with Anfield, it has been like silent for a while. You know,
yeah.
When you see the pictures or you know the videos from the away matches, they're going nuts. I love it. Like you know, the Leeds match. The away end was absolutely boss. I mean, you could hear them all, and it was just great to see, you know. And God, we won.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's few and far between this season, isn't it? It's just one of those. I think, like at the start of this season, like, you know, I was telling me mates as well. I mean, I had Liverpool up there. You know, I mean, I wasn't even thinking top four. I was thinking like going for the title. And then, you know, everything just kind of caved in, and it just, it's one of those, isn't it, though? But I think it's weeding out some of the, you know, bandwagon fans as well, which is...
Definitely.
You know, you go on Twitter and you just see the toxic comments over and over again of just... It bores me to death having to read some of that crap. I'm just like, you're not a Liverpool supporter. You just... I don't know what you are, but, you know, I mean, we've seen it all, you know, win, lose or draw, you're still a Liverpool supporter, you know.
Yeah. And do you know what? You hit the nail on the head there. Like, it's the social media. It's getting out of hand, I think. And I have a little flip through, and then I used to comment. Because I used to get wound up. Like, I used to sit there and I'd see some comments, and I'd bite sometimes. Sometimes I'd just go, do you know what? Like, you're missing the point. You know what I mean? But I don't anymore because it's social media and everyone's got a little outlet, haven't they? They need to just, like, they feel like they just need to attack and then turn the phone off and then go back and do what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's poisonous.
Well, there's a difference between having a good conversation about what's wrong with the team and, you know... Everybody from the players through to FSG and Klopp, it is a bit of their fault. They're slagging them off like every single day. Like I see, I just don't get it. I mean, I'd be going crazy, you know, if every day I was just saying the same stuff. FSG out, Klopp needs to go, all this stuff. It's one of those, isn't it? It's easy to just get on a keyboard and type crap in.
It's funny, isn't it? Like, we see it all over Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and stuff, like, but you never see it at the ground, their own games. You never see any of it. Not even just nothing. So where's it coming from? You know what I mean? But you were saying something before about the decline at the start of the season. Like, the past 5 years, obviously we've been on top of we've been on the pinnacle, you know, we've absolutely dominated. But I always had this little, not being a pessimist, but I always had this, like, kind of, like, sort of reality check, like, there is going to be a dip in form, everyone goes through it. I used to do my own head and thinking about it, but I kind of knew somewhere along the line it was going to happen, because it always kind of just happens. It happens to the best of teams. Not going to look at Barcelona, and, you know, even Madrid have had their blips, like, but I kind of just like, I'm like you, this season I thought we were going to do well, and then when it started happening, I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, and then the pressure's mounting up, and then it's just one of them things. But like you said, like if you're a fan through and through, we support them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we're not like these other teams who switch managers every 6 months. You know, like the likes of Chelsea. I don't even know how many they've had now.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? Like I just don't understand it. And then the whole thing with Klopp, for me, I like what he's been saying. You know, he said FSG needs to be a bit more risky in the transfer market, and they do. But we also know, like, unless you just come on board as a Liverpool supporter this past season, FSG have done the same business for the past, 10, 11 years now. It's not going to change. Mm-hmm. It just isn't. And I think everybody, you know, the Bellingham, of course we want Bellingham. Of course we do. You know, he's a top player at 19. But, you know, if the price isn't right, and one player is not going to change a team, so why not get 3 players for that price? You know, yeah. And I'm all right with that. I mean, again, I am not a world-class manager. Neither are you. Neither of the millions of people on Twitter. There's only one world-class manager, and his name is Jurgen Klopp. Yeah. So he'll make the decision on who we can get and who we can't. So I'm not one of these, like, because there's a lot of people out there. They're more interested in transfers than they are the actual football match. You know, we didn't win the transfer window this season. You know, I don't understand that. You know, and people just going on like FSG aren't going to put money in the summer. Of course they are, because if they don't, Klopp will eventually go, I've had enough. And to keep the club at, you know, the price, 4.5 billion, we've got to get back in the Champions League. So it would be in their best interest, FSGs, to put, you know, get the players that Klopp needs. So people just need, you know, they're throwing their toys out the pram, aren't they? Exactly. You know, stamping their foot like a 2-year-old does when they don't get their way. I mean, Klopp will get the players in, you know, that I think we need. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the end of this season. I've had enough.
I know, and like, you know, look what Klopp done with, you know, the budget that we had. You know, we weren't exactly buying £100 million players 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's good. Obviously, he's good at what he does. He's here for a reason, and he's got that silverware for a good reason. The Bellingham one, I don't know. It's on and it's off, and it's on and now it's off, and now it could happen behind it. Just if it happens, it happens.
Exactly. You know, I mean, you know, there was talk of like him staying at Dortmund another season. It's one of those, Andy, where I'm just like, I wish we did sign Bellingham this summer so it would shut up the people that just go on and on and on and on.
Yeah,
I do. But if we don't, we don't. You know, I mean, we're still Liverpool Football Club. I mean, this is the thing too. People go, without Champions League, we won't get the really good players. I'm like, we're still Liverpool Football Club. Of course, we'll get really good players. Look at Man United. They weren't in the Champions League this season. They got good players, you know. Yeah. So I'm like, everyone just calm down. It's all right.
I believe there's world-class players out there that want to play for the likes of Klopp, and he wouldn't. Not being biased, but the way he is, you know, and everything he like kind of stands for. You know, even if we don't get Champions League, I still think we can make, you know, big signings.
Oh yeah, of course. Because
signings we make, it will be. I think a good one.
The good thing is we still have Klopp, and I think people believe in his project.
Yeah.
You you know, when he tells them, like, look, that this was a off year, that next season, come on in and we'll get back in the Champions League and we'll battle for the title and all that. People, yeah, they just need to take a deep breath, because it's been toxic.
Yeah, you know, and I think everyone forgets we've been challenging City the past couple of years as well, and they're multi-billion-pound team. You know, they've got 2 world-class players, probably more in every position. Mm-hmm. You just power through the league. So, but we're not that club.
Well, I'm thinking, if Arsenal don't win the league and City, you know, win it, what's the Arsenal fans start going, now I know how you feel, Liverpool?
I literally said that last night.
Because that's what it is. Yeah. I don't think people have really understood how far we've pushed City. Because I think if there wasn't a Liverpool, you know, the league would have just been a farmers' league. I mean, we have pushed City, you know, nearly every season, and now Arsenal are feeling, you know, the pressure. And, you know, I've got a couple of Arsenal mates as well, and now they're just going, well, you know, City've got all that money. And it's like, where were you last season? When Liverpool fans were going, you know, City have all this money, you know, and these backhanded payments that are going out, obviously. I'm like, don't start complaining.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you watched the game last night with Chelsea and Madrid.
Yeah.
And, you know, Chelsea proper went for it, you know what I mean? And fair play to them, they went out and tried to play them, like, but, you know, the way Madrid was, it was almost like what they did to us, you know what I mean? They just sort of went, it's time now, like, let's just put 2 goals in, like it was nothing. And I was saying to my mate there, I said, like, you know, if you like say, like, it's not so funny, is it? It's not funny now, like, you know, when it's you, it's frustrating, like, but, you know, a few of my mates, like, one of my best mates here, he's a United supporter, like, and we watch all the games. And it's just the same, it's the same thing, like, what you're saying about the Farmers League and these teams trying to compete, you know, for the top, like, it's hard. Mm-hmm. Because you need billions.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think money's ruining football. It's agent fees and everything. I mean, a lot of people spoke about Haaland and like, well, he was only 55 million. Really, was he? Because 35 million went to his dad, who's his agent, and then he's on 900k a week. So it's not nearly 55 mil, is it? Again, it's just madness to think that one player, I mean, yes, he's breaking records and everything, but 900k a week, that's madness to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch American football, but I understand about, like, they have the salary caps and everything for a reason, because it's just getting madness. I mean, it started with I would say Neymar with his transfer to PSG was just the amount of money was unheard of. And then for us now, it looks absolutely boss now that, you know, we sold Coutinho for 125 mil and he's just nowhere to be seen now. I mean, he's at Villa, but, you know, he's not even getting really in the team. So, yeah, it's just mental. I mean, one player should not be more than 100 million, you know.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, it's like therapy for me. Chatting about Liverpool and all what's going on, but musician wise, you know, did you pick up a guitar when you were, you know, young, or was it gradually later on in life?
I've been playing guitar since I was 14. 21 years ago. Just my dad used to play, so he'd play up and down the country. So he pretty much how we used to pay for our holidays, you know what I mean? So he'd done that for a long time since he was like at school. And I just seen him, he used to get it out in his living room now and again and have a go. So I actually remember sitting on the floor, like, watching him, thinking, I want to do that. that's what I want to do. And he bought me my first acoustic black Fender guitar for Christmas, and I had that. I've been playing with that guitar since the beginning of this year. I decided to hang it up because it was getting a bit battered and I didn't want it to, I just thought it was time to hang it up type thing. But yeah, I've been playing all that time, like. But I only started singing like 3 years ago.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because I was in a duo with my best mate from school, Johnny, and we done a lot of stuff. Like we went everywhere, and we had a great time playing all around town. And we ended up going to Switzerland, Geneva, getting gigs there. So we were going there backwards and forward there for a few years. I'll keep a long story short. He ended up staying there because he thought there was nothing back here for him. That's his girlfriend over there type thing. So I had no singer. So started getting a bit starved of it, you know what I mean? Like the gigging and the travelling and that kind of thing. So I just recorded a song, I'm on Fire, Bruce Springsteen. I just done my own little recording at home to kind of see what I could do with it type thing, and have a little sing, see what it was. And I was getting a few compliments. So I went to an open mic night, started doing that, started getting a little bit more confident doing that, and then it turns out it was pretty all right at it. So I just started carrying on, and then I just boomed into gigging. So I'm constantly busy now, so it's a bit of a mad one to start this late.
Yeah, they're better late than never, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of like Jamie's story as well. I mean, obviously gigging around town as well and then singing, Liverpool songs also puts you out there,
Yeah.
Which is really sound. Any album you're working on?
Yeah, well, I've been recording my own songs for me, just because I've always liked the idea of writing songs. So I was writing songs about 3 years ago, and I've had them since then, like on my iPad. And, I was just always a little bit scared to put them out there, or I didn't really know how to do it. But I've just finished a song called On My Anfield Road, and I've just started mastered, so I'm ready to get that out. I'm going to release it soon, so I'm excited about that. Like,
oh, I bet. I mean, you're going to do vinyl or no?
Oh yeah, I'll be definitely doing vinyl. Like I've got a few me mates who I've got record players. I've got one. So my dad got me onto that, like. So we like, but yeah, I do love the vinyl.
Yeah, there's nothing like vinyl. I mean, I DJ, so I've always loved vinyl. The sounds on it are what should be on it. Where digitally the hissing and stuff is taken out. I just love when you put the needle on the vinyl and you really hear everything.
It hits you different.
Yeah, and you do the whole sleeve and everything, and it's art as well. Yeah. So I mean, I think in the probably past 5 years, more people are buying vinyl again, which is nice to see.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's good to have in your living room as well. It's just that little bit of, a little bit of decoration in your living room. But like my dad set me up with because he was mad. Him and his dad were mad on vinyl and the kind of audio. So I got a Liga 2, a mint condition one from like 1980s, and Nadamp. Don't know if you remember them, like
the which one?
And Nadamp.
Sounds familiar, but yeah.
Maybe, but they're probably in the 1980s, they were like the best amps, and well, you want to hear the sound out of it. So I have it on all the time. I love it.
It's always a good conversation starter as well. You know, if you have your mates over and you bust out the vinyl, and then you get a good convo going, which is great. You know, your mates might be like, I've never heard that before, you know, and then you start looking at the sleeve and everything, and it's great. I just and plus, like, with vinyl, at least you know somebody's actually purchasing your music rather than going, you know, on the internet and downloading off pirates. You know, at least you know you're getting that. That's why. Yeah, I like Bandcamp a lot because, you know, a lot of indie labels are on there, independent artists, and they, you know, they do that Friday one where you get the full amount, which I think's great because, you know, you put yourselves out there, you know, you write these songs, you put them out there, and then people just like, I ain't paying for that.
Yeah.
But I've got it on my phone, I've got it on my computer, I've got it here and here. Yeah, it's wrong. You know, you've got to make a living as well. I think people forget about that.
It is. It's a tough nut to crack. You know, it's so, because so many people are doing it now. If you know, you're in a massive ocean. So you've got to be different. You've got to have. You know, do you know what? Nowadays, it's not even like how good you are. Most of it now is like some sort of gimmick.
Yeah, it's a brand.
Yeah. Most of the time, that's the case, but not all the time. Like, obviously, you have something about you, but you know, especially in Liverpool's a hard nut to crack as well. Because I always say we're the capital of music. You know, we are the hub for live, you know, for music. Like, it's just rife, and it's got bigger over the past couple of years. You know, in town, especially the live music scene. And I love it. It's great. I love going to watch. You know, when I'm not playing myself, I like to go and watch live bands and singers, and it's just my favourite thing to do when I'm chilling. Like,
that's the great thing about Liverpool. You can, any day of the week, you can see a really good band or, you know, solo artist doing acoustic like every day of the week. Yeah, it's so weird when you say music capital as well. Where I'm living, Austin in Texas, they call that the music capital of the world, and I'm like, nah. Yeah, I mean, they have great venues there and everything, and great musicians and stuff, but I'm just like, there's a bigger world out there, you know.
Yeah.
I think every city will kind of tell you they're the music capital of the world. Nashville, obviously, you know, over here as well. So it's just quite funny to hear people say that, and I just kind of giggle to myself a bit, like, nah. Capital of maybe Texas, you know, but not the world. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, they have got their own kind of like corner. You know what I mean? As far as music's concerned, I don't really know much about that kind of thing, but it's more like the blues, you know.
Yeah, it's soul, blues, country.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, you know, the blues. I love the blues. I mean, grew up, you know, my dad, again, got me onto the vinyl, would ship it to me, and, you know, just, he was into heavy metal, blues and soul. You know, you go from Black Sabbath to Nina Simone and like 2 records. Like, all right, Dad, you know, bang your head one time and then just kind of, all right, nodding your head the next. But that's what's helped me, you know. Music to me, I'm not into one genre. Like, especially when you're a DJ, like I you know, do house music. Yeah. If somebody goes, "Oh, what do you listen to at home?" I'm like, "Well, certainly not house music," you know. Well, you know, I mean, if I'm getting ready for a gig, of course I'll, you know, practice on the decks and everything. But usually, yeah, I'm soul boy or blues, you know. Yeah, I couldn't be doing with like boom, 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 boom. You know, I don't play it in my car. I don't listen to it really at the house unless I've had a few bevies and then, you know, something on. Have a bit of a
going off in the living room.
Yeah, my own rave. A rave.
You always say too much of something's bad for you, you know. Like, but I'm the same. Like my music stretches. Like, I was brought up on all kinds of different music myself. So I'll be listening to like the Travelling Wilburys 1 minute, and then, you know, sometimes, if I'm being honest, like on the way, if I'm on my way into town for the gig, it's the God's honest truth. Sometimes I'll listen to movie scores, like to Howard Shore and Hans Zimmer and stuff. It chills me out. It depends what mood I'm in. Mm-hmm. I'll listen to a lot of stuff, and I get a lot of influence from it as well.
Yeah.
But it's just purely from listening to it from when I was a kid. My granddad would listen to Andrew Lloyd Webber, and I'll always remember that. So if it's in you, and it's just one of them, isn't it? So, well, yeah.
Well, with musicians that come on, I've done the same with Jamie and Kian from Modern Love, Irish band. I always like to know what would be your ultimate gig.
Say that again, sorry.
What would be your ultimate gig?
Ultimate gig? Do you know, no one's ever asked me that before. I don't know. I mean, to play at Anfield, you know what I mean? That's probably for me would have to be the ultimate gig, like playing at Anfield, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the next one is a festival. Your top 3 favourite festival headliners.
To go and watch, you mean?
Yeah. Like if you were putting the festival together, who would you have as your like top 3?
Top 3. Well, you've asked the question there. Well, my top one's probably Pink Floyd.
Live or Dead as well.
Yeah, my top one's probably Pink Floyd. Because, yeah, they were a big influence when I was learning guitar. Mm-hmm. Dave Gilmour, like, he was like my hero. So I'd have to absolutely have them at number 1. Definitely Queen. Because they just bust the whole show apart, because you know how good they are. And third one. I could pick a load of absolute top bands, but for me, one of my absolute favourite artists is Ray LaMontagne. And he's an acoustic act, and I've been to see him before, and his songwriting, his voice, it like blows my mind. Mm-hmm. Like I've never been blown away by anyone like him. Obviously, everyone else is different, but for me, that'd be him. So that'd probably be my top 3.
Yeah, sound. I mean, that's your festival, so. Yeah. And I forgot to ask you before, who was your like Liverpool boyhood hero? For me, it was Keegan. I mean, until he broke my heart, and you know, went to Hamburg, and then later on it was Barnsley. You know, when I turned 18 or 19, yeah. So for you, who was it?
When I was really young, I used funny enough, I used to love playing in goal. So when I was like, I must have been about 7 or 8, I think, at the time. So I loved Bruce Grobbelaar, and then it went on to David James. So I had that fascination with them, like. And then I also loved Robbie Fowler, mm-hmm. You know, and Barnsley as well. In fact, we had me and my older brother. We got 2 hamsters, and we called them. Was it? Well, I think actually one of them was Rushy. One of them was Rushy and Fowler. sure that was it. But yeah, then pretty much.
Yeah, because you're a bit younger than me, so yeah, I'm in the Keegan era. But yeah, I've me mate has asked me to do like a story one as well, because I haven't really said, you know, my story and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we need to do one on you, and I told him a little story about like Keegan and stuff, but I'll keep that for my story. But yeah, I mean, to have a hamster named Rushy, yeah.
Well, kids, in it.
It is like, and also I think, you know, you bring it back where like we all used to play in the streets. Like, you know, I miss that, and especially nowadays with kids, though, you don't really want them in the street. Times have changed. You know, I can remember like kicking me football in my neighbour's garden so many times, and he just got tired of like having to go out there and get it. Then he'd let me just jump over the fence every time I kicked it over. Yeah. I smashed so many windows and blame me mates. You know, I threw their football through the window. Like I actually smashed the window, and then just so I wouldn't get, you know, a beating, I threw their football through the window. I was like, that's not my football. Yeah, my mates weren't too happy because, you know, they got home and got a beating. I was like, oh well, you think of it first. That's why. Yeah. No, times have changed, haven't they? Just playing, you know, shirts off as well. Just you know, put your shirts down for the goalpost and everything. It's just changed so much now, and I hate harping on and sounding like an old fart, but I do. I miss those days. You know.
I mean, the lads from school. But like you were saying, I mean, the lads from school every Saturday would get up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, go straight down to Stanley Park, and we just have like an 8-hour footy match. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We just play footy in the park all day until it went dark, until you couldn't see the ball anymore. You'd have to take it home. Mm-hmm. We've done that religiously. Even used to take the ball down to Liverpool's ground. Do you remember when the Mackies used to be there next to the souvenir shop?
Yeah, did.
We used to play heads and balls there. You know, anywhere. Do you know the garage on the Waltonbreck Road? Yeah. On the corner, a little bit of grass there. We play footy on there as well. The fan used to come out to the garage, proper kicking off. He said, I'll stick a knife in the ball, because he used to kick the ball against the wall. He'd proper flip. But if there was a bit of grass on the conservatory, we'd be playing footy on it. Mm-hmm. Everywhere we play. But like you said, nowadays you can't really do it now. No, you wouldn't. Even my girls are older, or, you know, my lad. I just don't think I could let them out. Yeah.
Well, you're more protective now. Like, as you know, growing up, I mean, you'd say bye to your mum and dad, like, in the morning, and you wouldn't come home till, you know, it's like pitch black. And your parents wouldn't worry. Now it's a whole different, you know, you're just like, don't walk anywhere without, I mean, for me, don't walk anywhere without your sisters. Always be in a pack. Like, my mum and dad never used to say that. It's just like, see you later.
Tea time, or whatever.
Yeah. And, you know, got into trouble a few times, but, you know, not like the trouble that, you know, can happen these days. But times have changed, but, you know, that's the world we live in. So we just a bit more overprotective of, you know, our kiddos. But well, mate, been absolutely boss like chatting with you. I'm glad you come on, and can you let people know where you usually play? I know you usually play at Taggies, but where else in town?
So every weekend, Fridays, Saturdays. My main ones are like the Lanigans Irish House, the Irish pub, and Fitzgerald's That's another Irish one. That's on Slater Street. They're like my main ones really that I play. I mainly play, it's just funny, I mainly play the Irish pubs, but I don't play a single Irish song. I do get a bit of stick for it, like, but I'm there to like switch it up a bit, you know what I mean? But no, I love playing the bars, and it's, you know, boss atmospheres. So if anyone wants to come down or check my stories on Instagram where I am, come see me.
Yeah, we've actually got one of my co-hosts is actually about to get on a plane in the next couple of hours. He's going over to Liverpool. He's over there for the Forest match, and then he's doing the soccer in the city with Peter Carney. They're bringing. Peter made me a banner last year, but it just cost too much money to ship it over. So I'm getting my mate to put it. Hopefully, he's got room in his suitcase, because I'm like, you know, Peter's boss, you know, he's a legend for me. Just what he's done, you know, with the banners and everything. He's just old school, and, you know, obviously the Hillsborough. He put the banner up the other day as well. You know, if anyone goes over to Liverpool, try and get in touch with Peter Carney, and he'll show you around the city. Not just football, but just about Liverpool City itself. So please check that out. Like Andy said, please check him out on Instagram. Do you have Twitter?
I do have Twitter. I don't really use it that much, but I'm on there. I do put stuff on there when I'm playing taggies and stuff like that. So my main one's Instagram, but I am on Twitter, like.
But you've got videos up there, haven't you? Yeah. So, like I said, if you're in Liverpool, go check Andy out, and if you're not in Liverpool, go check his videos out, and you'll get a good listen to his musicianship on all the influences he's had. But again, thanks, Andy. I really appreciate you coming on, mate.
No, thanks very much. Nice one for having us on.
And everyone, thanks for listening. And as always, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.